Hi everyone, I'm Amelia, and this is the story of how I transformed from the perfect daughter-in-law to the woman my in-laws wish they'd never underestimated. 2 years ago, I married Marcus Thompson, believing I found my happily ever after. He was charming, successful in real estate, and seemed to appreciate my intelligence. But I quickly realized I hadn't married just him. I'd walked straight into a den of pretense and judgment. Darling, that dress. Remind me where it's from again. Target? My mother-in-law, Victoria, would casually remark at family dinners. We really should take you shopping somewhere more appropriate. I'd smile politely, biting my tongue, clutching my master's degree in business like a shield. Meanwhile, Marcus would chuckle, oblivious to the constant jabs at my middle-class roots. You know, dear, Victoria once said, the Richardsons' daughter-in-law just redecorated their entire summer house. Such taste. Perhaps she could give you a few pointers. I'd had enough. Actually, I've been thinking about contributing more directly to the family, I said one evening. I'd like to apply for a position at Thompson Enterprises. The room fell silent. Richard, my father-in-law, nearly choked on his wine. How ambitious of you, Victoria sneered. The interview with Richard was even worse than I'd imagined. Sitting across from him in his imposing mahogany office, I handed him my resume. What makes you think you're qualified to work here? Being Marcus's wife isn't a skill set. I have extensive business knowledge and… Listen, dear, your job is to be a good wife to my son. Leave the business to those who understand it. That night, I called my best friend Sarah, fighting back tears. Can you believe what he said to me? Girl, you need to show them who you really are. You've got a master's degree and they're treating you like you barely finished high school. Marcus says I should know my place. His exact words. And what exactly is your place, Amelia? Under their designer shoes. Then there was Amanda, Marcus's sister, who treated me like a stain on her Louboutins. One day, after brunch, she cornered me. You know, Amelia, I always wondered what my brother saw in you. Now I realize you're just convenient, quiet, moldable. I'm more than you think, Amanda. Are you? Because all I see is someone desperate to fit into a world she'll never belong to. That night, I stared at my reflection, wondering how I'd allowed myself to become invisible. My phone buzzed. It was Sarah again. You're not going to believe this, she said. Remember that business show I'm producing? We need someone with your expertise. I glanced at my forgotten degree, then at the photo of my perfect life with the Thompsons. Let me think about it, I said, not knowing this would be the first step in changing everything. I never meant to find those documents. I was just organizing Marcus's home office when a file labeled Offshore Holdings caught my eye. The numbers didn't add up. Millions were being siphoned from Thompson Enterprises into shadow accounts. Marcus, we need to talk about what I found in your office. You were snooping through my things? No, I was cleaning. And know your place. I'm your wife, not your accountant. His face turned red, veins bulging in his neck. No one would believe a nobody like you anyway. A few days later, Amanda burst into our house unannounced. Oh my God, Amelia, you'll never guess what I just saw. Actually, maybe I shouldn't tell you. What is it, Amanda? I caught Marcus and Jennifer at the Westbrook Hotel. They were, well, you can guess. My stomach dropped. Jennifer, Amanda's best friend, the one who was always hanging around our house. I have pictures, Amanda smirked. Don't worry, I won't show them to anyone, Amanda said with a smug smile. Marcus and I have an understanding now. When I confronted Marcus about Jennifer, Victoria somehow found out and called immediately. If you were a better wife, Marcus wouldn't need to look elsewhere, she snapped. You're too focused on your silly career dreams instead of your marriage. I hung up without a word and called Sarah. I can't do this anymore. Amelia, listen to me, she said firmly. Start documenting everything. I'll help you gather evidence. And you know what? Start that consultancy you've been talking about. I'll be your first client. That was the turning point. I began working late, telling Marcus I was taking online cooking classes. In reality, I was cracking a business plan and meeting potential clients in discreet coffee shops far from our neighborhood. That's where I met Lisa. Your analysis of market trends is impressive, she said, stirring her coffee. Have you considered sharing your insights on a larger platform? What do you mean? I asked. I host Business Breakthrough on Channel 8. We're always looking for fresh perspectives. My phone buzzed. A text from Marcus. Where are you? Mom's coming for dinner. Sorry, lost track of time at my cooking class. Well, hurry up, and Amelia, try not to embarrass me this time. I glanced at Lisa and then back at my phone. Actually, Lisa, tell me more about this platform. That night, Sarah called. Got everything documented. Marcus's embezzlement, Amanda's blackmail, the affair. It's all here. Just say the word. Not yet, I replied. But soon, let them think I'm nothing. They won't see me coming. I closed my eyes, mentally rehearsing my first TV segment. Soon, everyone would know exactly who Amelia Thompson really was. The divorce papers landed on Marcus's desk like a bomb. His face shifted from confusion to rage. You ungrateful little. Save it. I cut him off. My lawyer has everything, the embezzlement, Jennifer, all of it. No one will believe you. You're nothing without me. An hour later, Victoria's screech echoed through my phone. How dare you embarrass our family? I'm calling everyone in the club committee. You'll never work in this city. I laughed. Go ahead, Victoria. I'm sure they'll be interested in hearing about Marcus's creative accounting. Meanwhile, my consultancy was thriving. After my first few TV appearances with Lisa, the calls started pouring in. Amelia, your segment on investment strategies was brilliant, Lisa said during a coffee break. We want you as our regular financial expert, primetime, twice a week. Marcus cornered me outside the lawyer's office. I'll destroy you. You'll leave this marriage with nothing. Like how you're destroying your father's company. Those offshore accounts must be getting heavy. His face went pale. Sarah was ecstatic. Amelia, we're doing a special. Women Breaking Barriers. You're our headline speaker. But the Thompsons weren't finished. Victoria crashed my biggest client meeting smirking. Did you know she worked as a waitress in college? Can you trust your finances to someone so common? The CEO smiled. Actually, Mrs. Thompson, I worked as a janitor while attending Harvard. Amelia's insights have already saved us millions. Then I found it buried deep in Thompson Enterprises' internal reports. Their empire was crumbling. During a chance elevator encounter with Richard, I couldn't resist. Your son's been bleeding you dry. Check account series XJ789. You're 6 months from bankruptcy. You're lying, he hissed. Like you lied about me being unqualified. Karma's interesting, isn't it? That night, Sarah called again. Remember that anonymous tip about corporate fraud? It's trending. Every network wants the story. I watched their perfect world unravel from my new penthouse office. Marcus's face dominated the news, not in a good way. You did this, his voicemail roared. I'll make you pay. I texted back, check tomorrow's business breakthrough. I'm doing a special on corporate fraud detection. You might learn something. A text from Amanda lit up my phone. You knew all along, didn't you? While I was blackmailing Marcus, you were building an empire. I smiled, thinking of tomorrow's show. The Thompsons wanted a perfect daughter-in-law. Instead, they got me, Amelia, the woman who brought their house of cards tumbling down. The next morning, my segment on corporate fraud detection went viral. The irony wasn't lost on anyone when federal agents stormed Thompson Enterprises. Today's top story: real estate mogul Marcus Thompson arrested on multiple charges of tax evasion and embezzlement, the news anchor announced. Sarah called, barely able to contain her excitement. Amelia, your episode broke all the records, and guess who sent that anonymous tip? Amanda, I said, unsurprised. Later, a final text from Amanda. I know it's too late, but I'm sorry. I sent everything I had to the feds. The pictures of Marcus and Jennifer, just the beginning. Jennifer, of course, was doing her best damage control on social media. I had no idea Marcus Thompson was involved in criminal activities. I am totally devastated by his deception. Right? Like she was devastated when she was spending my husband's stolen money. Victoria's social fall was nothing short of spectacular. At the country club, whispers turned to open disdain. How dare you show your face here after what your son did? But we didn't know, Victoria stammered. Really? Your daughter-in-law tried to warn you. You know, the one you said wasn't good enough. Meanwhile, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. International clients, speaking requests, book deals. Sarah was handling the overflow. London wants you for a financial crime symposium. Tokyo's offering a consulting contract. Oh, and Richard's been trying to reach you. I saw Richard waiting in my office lobby, looking decades older, his arrogance replaced by desperation. Amelia, please, we need your help. Your expertise could save what's left of the company. Like when I offered my expertise during that job interview. I was wrong. We were all wrong about you. Name your price. My price? I leaned in. How about the satisfaction of saying no? That's worth more than any consulting fee. Marcus called from jail. Baby, I've changed. I'll make it up to you. We can start fresh. Sorry, Marcus. I'm too busy being just a housewife to take your call. The business news couldn't get enough. Rising star Amelia Mitchell's consultancy expands to 3 continents. Meanwhile, Marcus faced 20 years behind bars. Victoria made one last attempt, cornering me at a charity gala. We're still family. You can't just walk away. Family? I smiled coldly. You made it clear I was never family. I was just the help who married above her station. Remember? Sarah watched as Victoria slinked away. Amelia, you realize you're living every wronged woman's dream. I glanced around at the respect, the success, the vindication. No, Sarah, I'm living my dream. The one they said I didn't deserve. Later that night, a package arrived. Amanda had sent it, my old nameplate from the Thompson house, the one that read the perfect daughter-in-law. Attached was a note. You were never meant to be perfect for them. You were meant to be perfect at being you. I placed the nameplate on my desk, right next to my latest achievement award. A reminder that the best revenge isn't just success. It's succeeding as yourself, especially when others insisted you should be somebody else. The final stroke of karma. Thompson Enterprises' remaining assets were auctioned off. The buyer, my consulting firm. Not because I wanted their business, but because now, every time they see that old company building, they'll see my name on it. And me? I'm just getting started. After all, they always said I needed to learn my place. Well, I found it, right at the top. What would you have done in my shoes? Exposed the fraud immediately, or played the long game, building an empire while they underestimated you? Sometimes, patience and strategy are more powerful than instant revenge. Drop your thoughts in the comments.